Alright, that's it. I'm not messing with Dragon Ball Multiverse anymore. They already killed one Bay, and now they've killed another. They are certified Bay killers. They've killed Gine in an offhanded comment. They didn't even give her a ceremonious death on panel. They just said she's dead and she's gone. And now they've killed Hanasia in a very public and kind of embarrassing way. So yeah, man. But at least we still have one other Hanasia. For now.
Know your place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
It's been a while since I talked about Hanasia and her arc in Dragon Ball Multiverse, at least the one in the main continuity, I guess. And so I'm gonna leave a link in the description below so you guys can watch that video. But essentially, this is a universe where all the Saiyans overthrew the Frost Demons quite easily, and they kind of were governing themselves with Hanasia as their queen. And they sent Broly out into the fringes of space, similar to what seems to be happening in the new Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. They sent him away because he's too powerful. They wanted him to die, but he actually thrived out there. And in this panel, he's returning back and immediately challenges Hanasia for the throne. And so Hanasia knew this was to be expected, accepts the challenge graciously, and before she can even set up the fight, Broly charges at her, and this happens. I know. It sucks. I liked Hanasia. I liked her as a character. I kind of wanted to see her keep going. But yeah, with Broly defying your throne and you not being able to go into Super Saiyan, I don't know what you've been doing with your time. This was to be expected as the outcome. And Broly ends up killing Hanasia in an extremely gruesome way. Dragon Ball Multiverse is known for that. And now we have Broly as the king of the Saiyan Empire. R.I.P. Hanasia. Of course, watching this is Vegeta, who was ready to challenge Hanasia for the throne. Now he's got to challenge Broly, which is gonna end in failure. So he's gonna put that on the back burner, and Broly ends up becoming the emperor of this new empire. And essentially, it states that he is a short-tempered, savage king. But that's to be expected in Saiyan society. Like, they weren't trying to get any Gokus up in there in leadership. So he's actually quite normal, and he sometimes turns into a Super Saiyan, but because there's no real challenge to having to fight anybody that's stronger than him, he does that rarely, and he never goes into his legendary form because he does not need to. It stays dormant because there are no challenges here. Bardock is told of Hanasia's death because that was his mate for a long time, and he already seen it in a vision before. He was kind of prepping himself for it. And the Saiyans in this universe aren't very sentimental, so he's just like, alright, whatever. You know, I gotta conquer these planets, I'm gonna be cordial with the new king, and all that. But he is trying to find a way to depose Broly because he fears that Broly at some point is gonna get angry enough to destroy the galaxies. So he's got a plan. And this takes us back to Vegeta. Vegeta trains his ass off, but he's frustrated because he cannot reach the same level of power as Broly. And essentially, he's got the same moment he did back in Dragon Ball Z, where he gets frustrated with himself, self-hatred, self-loathing, and that is what unlocks the Super Saiyan transformation. And this is where Bardock comes up and tells him about a plan he's got. He said, even with the power of the Super Saiyan, that legendary power that Broly has, that is far more powerful than even the power that Vegeta just gained. So he's got a plan to depose Broly and kill him, and he wants Vegeta to come along with it. And Vegeta begrudgingly ends up doing that because he knows that he doesn't have a chance, a ghost of a chance. Now, like Broly did to Hanasia, Vegeta comes straight up to Broly and tells him he's going to challenge him for the throne. And Broly is like, alright, I'll go ahead and take you later down the line, later today when I've finished with my dry cleaning. I picked that shit up, and I'm going to go ahead and do that later on. And then Vegeta turns into a Super Saiyan right in front of him, and that's when Broly's like, I will destroy you right now. Finally, I have a challenge worthy of my name and my power. And King Vegeta's on the table. He's like, okay, we've never had one Super Saiyan before, and now we have two Super Saiyans. The destruction that it's going to cause when these two huge powers collide could destroy the planet, could destroy thousands of Saiyans' lives. So Broly gives him 1 minute to find a suitable planet for them to go to. And he does, with a couple seconds preparation and stuff, and they prep some pods to go to this planet. Now, the rest of this chapter has not come out yet, and I'll make a video when it does. One thing I'm looking forward to is seeing exactly what Bardock's plan is. How do you kill Broly if Broly was running around in the fringes of space, killing everybody, including the Frost Demons, and even surviving out in space without any air just because he's got his like protective bubble? How is Bardock gonna kill Broly? Bardock tells Vegeta that he essentially ended up creating multiple plans, and then he'd have visions on those plans failing. And so he had a vision of one of the plans that actually didn't suck. He essentially did the Doctor Strange thing from Infinity War, which I thought was a nice little touch. So I'm extremely hyped to see exactly what comes at the end of this Dragon Ball Multiverse special. And I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description below so you guys can go ahead and read Dragon Ball Multiverse for yourselves. Make sure to watch my previous video because that's got all you need to know about Dragon Ball Multiverse version of the Saiyan saga. This is going to be Black Skate signing off. Take care, guys.